1982. Michael Jackson stands alone in a recording studio at 2 a.m. Billie Jean has been recorded 91 times. Most producers would have stopped at take 10. Most artists would have settled at take 30. But Michael, he's chasing something the world can't hear yet. A frequency, a feeling, a moment where everything aligns. This wasn't obsession. This was vision. See, the world saw Michael Jackson as a perfectionist, but perfection wasn't his goal. Truth was, he knew that inside every song, every step, every breath, there was a version so pure, so honest, that it would bypass the mind and speak directly to the soul. And here's what they don't tell you about that kind of commitment. It's lonely. When you refuse to settle, when you demand more from yourself than anyone else ever will, you stand apart. Not above, apart. Michael understood something most people spend their entire lives avoiding. That greatness isn't a destination, it's a daily decision to show up when no one's watching, to refine when everyone says it's good enough, to believe in the invisible until it becomes undeniable. Life lesson? Excellence is not about being better than others, it's about being truer to your vision than you were yesterday. Stop competing with the world. Start honoring what only you can see. Neverland Ranch, 1988. While the world called him the king of pop, Michael called himself a student of Charlie Chaplin, of Fred Astaire, of the way light moves through stained glass, of how children laugh without permission. He studied everything, not to copy it, to understand it, to find the thread that connected a classical composer to a street dancer, the bridge between silence and sound, the exact moment when movement becomes emotion. People thought his moonwalk was just a dance move. It wasn't. It was physics meeting poetry, isolation meeting illusion. It was Michael asking, what if we could walk forward into the past? What if we could challenge gravity the same way we challenge limitation? But here's the truth they won't tell you. Michael's genius wasn't in his talent. Talent is common. Michael's genius was in his humility. He never stopped learning, never stopped asking questions, never stopped believing there was something greater he hadn't discovered yet. At the peak of his fame, when he could have coasted on what he'd already built, he was still taking dance classes, still studying film, still listening to street musicians in disguise, asking them about their process. Because he knew, the moment you think you've arrived is the moment you start disappearing. Life lesson. Mastery is not a trophy, it's a practice. The greatest artists remain students forever. Stay curious, stay humble, stay hungry for what you haven't learned yet. 1993. The accusations came like a flood. Not with evidence, with headlines, with speculation, with the kind of cruelty that doesn't need proof, just volume. Michael Jackson went from the most loved entertainer on earth to the most questioned, overnight. And here's what breaks my heart about this chapter. He never stopped creating. Even when the world doubted him, even when the pressure could have shattered anyone else, he kept making music. Because for Michael, creation wasn't optional, it was survival. It was prayer, it was the one place where truth didn't need defending, it just was. Listen to Stranger in Moscow, listen to Childhood. These weren't just songs. They were confessions, whispers from a man standing in the center of a hurricane saying, I'm still here, I'm still human, I'm still fighting. And let me tell you something about resilience. It's not about being unbreakable, it's about breaking and still choosing to stand. Michael broke, he cried, he questioned everything, but he never abandoned himself. He never let the noise drown out his own heartbeat. That's not strength, That's love. Self-love so deep that external chaos becomes irrelevant. Life lesson. Your reputation is what people think. Your character is who you are when they stop watching. Protect your peace, guard your truth, and never let public opinion determine your private worth. 1995, History album. The world expected Michael to fade, to retreat, to become a memory. Instead, he came back with a statue, a bronze colossus of himself, floating down rivers in Europe. Critics called it arrogant, narcissistic, but they missed the point entirely. Michael wasn't celebrating himself, he was reminding the world, I am not your victim. I am not your cautionary tale. I am still creating. I am still here. That statue wasn't ego, it was resurrection. And here's what you need to understand about reinvention. It costs everything. Michael didn't just release an album, he rebuilt his identity from the ground up. He looked at the ruins of his reputation and said, what can I create from this? Most people, when they fall, spend the rest of their lives explaining the fall. Michael, he used the fall as foundation. He turned pain into platinum. He transformed judgment into art. They Don't Care About Us, Scream, Earth Song. These weren't just tracks, they were declarations, battle cries wrapped in melodies, proof that your setback is only permanent if you stop moving. Michael taught us, you don't overcome adversity by avoiding it, you overcome it by out-creating it. Life lesson. Reinvention is not about becoming someone new. It's about becoming more of who you always were, beneath the expectations. When life knocks you down, don't explain yourself, evolve yourself. Behind every performance, there was pain, chronic, invisible, the kind that doesn't make headlines because it doesn't fit the narrative. Michael Jackson performed the Super Bowl halftime show in 1993 with broken ribs. He danced through the Dangerous tour with severe back pain. He smiled through exhaustion that would have hospitalized most people. But here's what the cameras never captured. The ice baths at 3 a.m., the physical therapy sessions between shows, the moments in hotel rooms where he questioned if his body could carry his vision one more night. And still, he never missed a step. Not because he was superhuman, but because he understood something profound. Your calling doesn't wait for your convenience. Your purpose doesn't pause for your pain. Michael could have canceled, could have rested, could have chosen comfort over commitment. But he knew that on the other side of that stage were people who saved for months to see him, kids who dreamed of being him, hearts that needed what only his art could give. So he pushed, not recklessly, but purposefully. He honored the gift by showing up for it, even when showing up hurt. This wasn't martyrdom, this was love, the kind that says, my discomfort is temporary, the impact I can make is eternal. Life lesson. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when everything in you screams to stop. Your legacy is built in the moments no one sees, when you choose mission over comfort, impact over ease. Neverland wasn't a theme park, it was a philosophy. While the world mocked Michael for holding on to childhood, he understood something they didn't. Creativity lives where wonder survives. Innovation happens where curiosity isn't killed. Watch children. They don't ask if something is possible, they just try. They don't wait for permission to imagine, they don't apologize for joy. Michael never let go of that, not because he couldn't grow up, but because growing up, to him, didn't mean growing cold. It didn't mean trading wonder for cynicism. It didn't mean becoming so adult that you forget how to marvel. Peter Pan wasn't his escape, it was his compass, a reminder that the moment you become too serious to play, too busy to dream, too sophisticated to be amazed, that's the moment your art dies. Think about it. Thriller came from a man who still watched cartoons. Smooth criminal came from someone who studied silent films like a kid studies magic tricks. Black or white came from a heart that believed in impossible unity. The world called it immaturity. Michael called it access. Access to the pure, unfiltered creativity that most people lock away the moment someone tells them to be realistic. Life lesson. Maturity without wonder is just exhaustion. Protect the part of you that still believes in magic, still asks, what if, still finds joy in simple things. That's not the child in you, that's the genius. 39 charities, over $500 million donated. Hospital visits where no cameras were allowed. Sick children held in arms that just performed for 50,000 people. This is the Michael Jackson nobody markets, because compassion doesn't go viral like controversy. He didn't just write Heal the World, he built it, literally. Playgrounds in inner cities, medical equipment in underfunded hospitals, food programs in forgotten communities. And here's the part that defines his character. He did most of it anonymously. No press releases, no photo ops, no social media campaigns reminding you of his generosity. Because for Michael, giving wasn't branding, it was breathing. It wasn't something he did for image, it was who he was when the image didn't matter. He'd cancel million-dollar meetings to visit a dying child. He'd spend hours with kids who had minutes left, just holding their hands, just being present. Not Michael Jackson the icon, Michael Jackson the human. One nurse said it best. When he walked into that hospital room, he left his fame at the door. He wasn't there as a star, he was there as someone who understood pain and wanted to ease it. That's not charity, that's calling. That's a man who knew that every gift he'd been given was meant to be a bridge, not a throne. Life lesson. True impact happens in silence. You don't need an audience to make a difference. You need a willing heart and the humility to serve without recognition. Give because you must, not because someone's watching. They said he was weird, eccentric, strange. But here's the truth. Michael Jackson wasn't strange. The world was just too normal to understand him. He wore masks not to hide, but because privacy to him was sacred. He spoke softly, not from weakness, but because he believed words carried weight and shouldn't be wasted. He loved animals, nature, and silence because they didn't demand performance. They just let him be. See, people fear what they don't understand. And Michael, he operated on a frequency most people couldn't hear. He was creating Earth Song, a 6-minute prayer for the planet, when everyone wanted 3-minute pop songs. He was building sanctuaries for animals when everyone expected him to build a brand. He was reading poetry and studying Michelangelo when everyone assumed he was just a dancer. The world wanted him in a box. He wanted to live in the sky. And that's the price of authentic living. You will be misunderstood. You will be called names. You will be reduced to headlines by people who never took the time to know your heart. But here's what Michael proved. Being understood is overrated. Being true is priceless. He never bent, never pretended to be simpler than he was, never dulled his light to make others comfortable. He just kept creating from his truth, knowing that eventually the world would catch up. And guess what? It did. Life lesson. The world will try to box you, label you, simplify you. Let them. You don't need to be understood by everyone. You need to be authentic to yourself. Live from your truth, not their comfort. June 2009. This Is It rehearsals. Michael is 50 years old, preparing for 50 shows. The world expects a comeback. He's planning a revolution. Watch the footage. He's not moving like a man desperate to reclaim glory. He's moving like someone who finally has nothing to prove and everything to give. Every step is intentional. Every note is considered. He's not performing for the past, he's creating for the future. New technology, environmental messages, a show that would have redefined what live performance could be. At an age when most legends are touring their greatest hits, Michael was inventing new ones. When most artists would play it safe, he was taking risks. The director said he could have done a nostalgia tour and made hundreds of millions, but that wasn't Michael. He had to push. He had to pioneer. And here's the heartbreak and the beauty. He never got to finish it. But that's not the point. The point is that at 50, after everything he'd survived, everything he'd lost, everything the world had taken from him, he was still dreaming, still reaching, still believing. Most people stop growing when life gets hard. Michael grew because life got hard. He used every scar as a map to deeper artistry, every wound as a well for greater wisdom. He died creating, not looking back, not playing it safe, not resting on what he'd already built. He died doing what he loved, for the people he loved. And honestly, that's not tragedy, that's completion. Life lesson: die empty. Don't leave your best work, your boldest dreams, your biggest gifts trapped inside you. Create until your last breath. Give until you have nothing left but the legacy you'll leave behind. Michael Jackson never gave up because he never separated himself from his purpose. Most people ask, "What should I do with my life?" Michael asked, "How can I be of service?" Most people wait for permission. Michael created the permission. Most people fear judgment. Michael feared not trying. His legacy isn't Thriller. It's not the moonwalk. It's not the records or the awards. His legacy is proof that one human being, armed with vision, discipline, and unshakable faith in their calling, can change the entire world. He started as a kid from Gary, Indiana, and became a global language. He turned music into medicine, performance into prayer, and pain into power. But more than that, he showed us that giving up is not about falling, it's about staying down. And Michael, he never stayed down, ever. Every time life hit him, he got up and created something beautiful from it. Every time the world doubted him, he turned that doubt into fuel. Every time they said impossible, he whispered back, "Watch me." So, when you want to quit your dream, remember the boy who became a man, who became a legend. Not because it was easy, but because he never, ever let the weight of the world crush the fire inside him. Michael Jackson didn't give up because he knew something you need to know. Your gift isn't for you, it's through you, for them, for us, for the world that's waiting. So don't give up. Not today, not ever. Because somewhere, someone needs exactly what only you can give, just like we needed him. Life lesson: your purpose is bigger than your problems. Your impact outlives your pain. When you feel like quitting, remember, the world is waiting for what only you can create. Show up, keep going, leave something beautiful behind.